Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of, I'm not even going to say it, Business Over Breakfast, but of course we're here 8:30 in the evening and therefore very far away from breakfast. This is going on too much. Maybe I need to change the name. But listen, I'm here with this episode, actually here at this time of day, because I want to discuss how we deal with burnout in our businesses, in our business life, in our personal life, how we deal with burnout, because that's the very reason why I'm here late in the day and the reason why I wanted to discuss this subject, because that's certainly something I feel like I've been dealing with over the last few days. So if you have just joined me, you've never been here before, I'm Rob Cox, and this is West Coast Films, where we cover the ups and downs of running our production company and sharing tips and advice if you're looking to create your own content on YouTube or social media. You can, of course, subscribe below if you want to check out all the videos we've made up till now, and the videos we will be making, because we're doing 8:30 in 30 days. So that's 30 videos in 30 days across June. Every single one of those videos is going out live. The other content on our channel we've uploaded so far has been videos we've been producing for customers and clients, and we've got some plans going forward on what we're going to do next. But listen, this particular episode is going to be about dealing with burnout. I've got a coffee. So, like I said, there was no video at 7 a.m. I woke up this morning and I just felt absolutely exhausted. Everyone at every level will deal with this. I think sometimes we can feel like we're in our own little bubbles and we think, oh God, I shouldn't feel like this because, that guy I know who runs his business, he seems to always be on the ball and absolutely going for it. Or I know that my boss, she never seems to, fall apart. She's always on the ball. And the reality is that's just not the case. Everyone will deal with burnout. Sometimes more, some people more often than not, more often than others, but everyone's going to deal with it. And, I think that's just how I felt over the last few days. I mean, for me, it's been a case of I'm dealing with trying to get my physical business ready to sort of relaunch. If you've not seen previous videos, please go and check out the first video I uploaded. So that gives you a bit of an idea of what we're up to. But I've got a physical video production company, and that's very much the reason why I'm setting up this YouTube channel, because obviously I want to cover the ups and downs of running that business, and hopefully through that share some value that might help you guys if you're running your own businesses or you're freelance, whatever it might be. But right now at the moment, I'm trying to get things ready for July, because we're planning to go sort of reopen the doors, if you like, on the 1st of July. And, we're having to work out, what type of work we can do, certainly in the foreseeable future, how we're going to work with our customers, clients when we're filming, what type of PPE we need, how we actually have to work on set and on locations. And of course, I'm having to work out which clients I need to contact and who's going to be starting that back up at the moment, who's just absolutely not interested in any video work right now. Of course, then it's, there's other things you're thinking of, like I'm trying to do this. This was something I threw out as an idea to myself last Sunday and just went with it. And it is much harder work than I thought it was going to be. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I think I underestimated how much work was involved in just making sure I had content every day to discuss. And as I have said last week I just sort of rocked up, had an idea, rocked up, and this week I've been trying to sort of make notes on each episode just to improve as I go along and make sure I'm not sort of stumbling over myself, which I'm doing probably a lot, but equally there's lots to learn in terms of being in front of the camera as well. So it's working out the content for next month. It's the 30 in 30 days, this type of thing for the YouTube channel. It's the training, as I said in yesterday's video, and I've said this sort of in previous videos this week, one of the things I'm introducing, and one of the very reasons I'm here doing this as a live setup, is that we've done live streaming as part of our business since I founded it, and I spent 6 years in live television. I'm going to do an episode all about my sort of background and how I've got here, really, in a future episode. But I spent 6 years in live television, so I worked in that environment for a long time. And then as I moved across into doing events, corporate videos, that sort of thing. Live streaming was part of that, but it was just an add-on. It was a little add-on. And of course, the coronavirus has changed all of that. So I've had to make a big investment into the live side of things. And with that comes new training and making sure I understand all the parts. And as I said in the previous video, I'm not going to touch on it all now, but because you played one role in live television doesn't mean you understand all the elements when you have to do it all yourself. So I'm having to learn to do all of that, and I felt like one of the best ways was to do this go live every single day. And as I'm doing that, there's so many things I'm having to pick up and learn and improve along the way, and get my head around all of my kit. And actually, I will do a video this week all about the live streaming kit I use to do this on YouTube. So with that, and of course, then you've got your personal life, your family, everything else. I just hit the last few days and got absolute burnout. And that last night actually, I went home last night and I could just feel it. I was just absolutely exhausted. I just didn't feel particularly well. And I knew I just hit that point where I was like, I can't really concentrate on the work. I'm not really feeling very motivated. I'm not feeling very creative because I'm absolutely exhausted. And my way of dealing with that, and maybe this is how I don't know how you guys deal with it, and maybe let me know in the comments below how you do deal with burnout. When you feel it, when you get it, how do you actually resolve it? How do you move forward? But for me, my notes here. For me, I just need a day. For me, it's a big one is a day off. Now, I know that doesn't always work if you are in, if you work for someone else. But actually, I think nowadays in the environments we work in, I think you can just literally call up your boss and say, I need tomorrow as a holiday, or I'm feeling it, or this week I need to take a day and just work from home. I think that's going to be the new normal, actually, and we'll talk about that in a future episode. But for me, it's a case of, if it's the middle of the week, doesn't matter when it is, that I need that day off. And okay, if I'm filming tomorrow, then that's a different scenario, and I find it actually easy to fight through that if I'm filming. But if I'm in that normal office environment where everything's going on, it has to be a day off. I sleep in longer, so I have a lay in. And I actually find my best way of dealing with it is not to think about work. So it's, whether it's doing chores around the house or focusing on things that I'm passionate about outside of work, outside of this. I love filmmaking, and that's a big sort of part of my passion, whether I'm getting paid for it or not, but it's not my only interest. And so I find that taking myself away from it completely. So for example, today, got up later. I started off by doing a load of chores and just allowing my mind not to think about work at all. And I find that so helpful. And then I'm a big scuba diver. So I'm a massive scuba diver. That's a big passion of mine. And I'm planning for a dive this weekend, first post-lockdown dive, so I'm quite excited by it because it's been out of the water for 3 months. Well, actually slightly longer, because I'd been out for a little bit longer than that. So I'm really excited to get back in the water this weekend, heading down to the south coast. But for me, I spent the afternoon going through all my kit, sorting out all my dive kit, making sure everything's ready to go, making sure I've got, cleaned down all my kit, make sure it's all neat and tidy, it's back in the bag, got my cylinders, all that sort of stuff. But actually, it just completely takes my mind away from work. And I find that is one of the best cures for burnout, because you're actually, what's caused it is your work. What's caused it is your sort of, I think it is, when you hit that point where everything's just got on top of you, I find getting yourself away and doing things that you just love doing, and you're passionate about. And whilst I can't dive today, because I know it's coming up this week and I'm excited about it, and I can just focus on getting the kit cleaned, and it just felt great. And I just was starting to feel more and more relaxed throughout the day. And I actually find then one of the other good things to do, which is something I did later on this afternoon, is I went back and I have a whiteboard. So let me grab it for you here. So I have a whiteboard that I do monthly plans on. So I just work out what the plans are for the month ahead. Usually it's full of obviously what jobs are coming up and edits that need to be done and shoots that need to be organised. Not so much of that, but actually I still have things that I've got to complete from pre-lockdown. There's a few edits outstanding for clients that I need to, that still on the list. So that needs to be dealt with. I've got the 30 and 30 challenge. There's some kit training. And what I did is I went back, and even though I'd done this, scrubbed it out, and I went back and redid it. And I find that actually helps me almost come out the other side, where I felt stressed and I felt like just completely wiped out. And actually I find once I've had a good day of not work related, sometimes, okay, you need a few more days, and that's why we have our holidays, but I find a good day where I'm not thinking about work. I have a lay in, I get up a bit later, I do stuff that's completely unwork related, and then by the evening I get that planner back out and I map out the month ahead and I work out, okay, what is it that I really need to be focused on? Because what actually brings me into feeling burnt out is everything gets on top of me, and everything gets a bit chaotic, and I can't quite deal with it all at that particular time. And I find then just stepping back, putting it back down on the planner and working it out, and it's almost like your brain just switches back on in a different gear and says, yeah, I'm good now, I'm ready. And that's how I feel this evening. So coming on and doing this video, and I felt like, okay, I feel great. I feel good, because a million miles away from where I was this morning, because I've had that day to relax, just focus on other things, and now I can come back in and I'm ready to crack on and knock out another video. And yes, it's not been the morning video that I wanted to plan, that these would be every morning. But listen, my original plan was 30 days, 1st to the 30th of June, live every single day. See how careful I am to say 30. Every single day. And that's what I need to be doing. And as long as I hit that goal, I'm going to be happy. And I feel like I would have achieved what I've set out to achieve. If I can get it happening similar times every day, I will do, but I'm not going to beat myself up over that. It's not the end of the world. A big part of this is learning, planning, helping me with the marketing, all these elements that I'm sort of learning along the way, and I'm completely cool with that. So, that's another thing I think is, if you do hit that burnout phase, is don't beat yourself up over everything. Stand back and reevaluate and go, okay, it's probably not as bad as I think it all is. But I can tell you, I feel a lot better from having a day away, from having a day where I'm just not focused on work at all. And you definitely need that. And certainly for me, that's something going forward I'm going to be planning a lot better, because I have allowed myself to sort of, I guess you could say, I think when people do work for themselves and they run their own businesses, or you freelance, whatever it might be, you do tend to work a lot more than probably people think you work. You put in crazy hours, you don't tend to switch off. And I think certainly for me, one of the big things going forward is I'm going to be giving myself that time to come away from the business. I mean, the fact I've been out the water now for, I think for me, it's been about 4 months. I'm going to be getting in as much as possible over the next few weeks and few months, and I've got some dive trips planned, and that, do you know what that is? That allows me to feel like enables me to switch off. And I'm going to be just drop that in here, but I am going to be setting up a channel when I'm just get some diving videos out, because like I say, it's a big passion, and I just love doing it, and I love being in the water, and it's just where I can go to relax and de-stress. Love it. So that for me is a big one coming up, and it's something that allows me to sort of then recharge the batteries for work. So that's all I really wanted to come on and say today. Why I've come in so late, why I'm on the late one with this video, but hopefully you guys understand. I suspect everyone's been there, where you just hit that point, you're feeling it, and you need to recharge the batteries. And if you are, like I said, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know how you guys deal with it. Is it similar? Do you do different things? Do you have different interests, sports? What do you find really gets you back and recharged, ready to get out there and start the work side of things again? I hope you found this video useful. Like I said, you can subscribe below. We're here every single day going out live till the end of June. And then we've got some plans for new video content from July. You'll also see on my channel, I've got some videos that we make for clients, and I'm uploading a few at the moment whilst we're in lockdown, just so I can have somewhere to host some of these videos going forwards. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's me done for today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for a more certainly a breakfast show. It's going to be a breakfast show. I'm going to aim to be here for to go out live at 7 a.m. That's the plan tomorrow. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you're watching post live stream, well, thank you for stopping by and checking out this channel, my channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, everyone.